Yeah, no, I missed the last session. It was me who missed the last session.
By the way, we're all 15th level.
No.
You missed it.
Yeah, go ahead and click that button.
No button clicking.
Dude, we killed a Kraken. Like, that's worthy of a level up.
That sounds crazy. Was it hard?
Not really.
Man.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, I was going
Scarier.
scratch.
Was it just chilling in the water? I kind of want to know all the details.
Well, Dax got swallowed once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are alive now. So yeah, let's do a recap so we can find out. So Grant can find out what happened.
Yeah, so we were flying around on our flying things, which is awesome. And saw like a fight breaking out between some people and some like giant crab thingies. Flew down and saved them and found out that there was this temple area that the local city has been keeping a kraken because they can't kill it, so they've been keeping it like locked up. And anytime there's a big storm, they have to send people to make sure it doesn't get free. But it looks like the excuse me. Why can I not think of their name? The Felmore.
The phone, yeah.
Had come before, like those people did, and rushed into the temple. So we had saved one of the people that kind of normally comes, so she went in with us. Killed some Felmore on the way to an area with a big pool in it, and some people that were just finishing like some type of a summoning / freeing ritual.
Did they yell, "Release the Kraken"?
They did not. They just said we're too late, and then the Kraken came up from the pool. And then they summoned, like the guy summoned a huge ice storm that made things really hard to move around and do anything. And in the process, Stax got ate by the big Kraken.
Icky.
Yep. And
Could I hit it on the inside, or was I just...
You did. Yep.
Okay.
Unleashed some big divine smites to make it throw you up.
Cool. Did
And
we get it?
Osborne was just hiding behind the door the entire time, doing absolutely nothing.
Well, he was screaming arrows at them, I bet.
There were screaming arrows, yes.
Where was Wen during all this? I forget.
He was right next to the Kraken multiple times.
But also...
And then he ran away.
Yes, he was farther down the corridor than Osborne.
So we
That's
ran
because
away
Osborne
from
is
the
slow.
Kraken, or
I mean,
were we
that's
able to get him?
Yeah, so we killed the
Okay.
Kraken.
Yes. You guys definitely killed the Kraken, and that was one of two side quest things. To basically, that was like, all right, they got to push that button, so let's give them a big fight.
Oh, we get to push the button?
No, don't push the button.
Don't mind if I do.
That module needs a lock option for the button.
I know, it definitely does. Lock the button? Yes, please block the button. But yeah, and you guys got some stuff, and Sarahwin cast Temple of the Gods for the first time, and she made a nice little temple to Odin in that room that most of you are in, while Osborne went to go sneak around. Not away from you guys, not sneaking away from you guys. We clarified that, but just like he didn't, just in case anyone else was there, that might be troublesome. And there wasn't. You guys got some stuff, and stuff is always good. And you guys got to hit the long rest button, which is also always
Hit
good.
the button.
Which is
Like
something-
long rest, or just like an hour long?
Long rest.
Yeah, long
Okay.
rest. Yeah.
Because it's still storming outside and we can't really fly in it.
Okay. Do we know, like, anything more about the salt bank or what's going on with the storm coming our way, if it's natural or not?
Not yet.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem natural.
Okay.
You guys were trying to outpace it, but yeah, it was getting pretty bad when you guys like found the whole Kraken deal. So yeah, it was pretty bad. But it seems like in the morning, you notice a couple of things. One thing you've noticed is that the storm, while it's still going on, it does not seem to be as bad. Like it's still bad. It's raining. There's wind, but it's not as bad as it was. Sarowyn is still sleeping. I mean, the temple's still up. It's up for 24 hours, unless she chooses to shut it down. It's not a concentration thing. But Sarowyn doesn't wake up.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Well, I
Do
guess
you-
she doesn't need that poison anymore then.
I mean, that's kind of concerning. Do you think it's her father?
I'll go and try and shake her awake.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Nothing. She does not. She does not wake up.
What's T1 doing?
Tijuana is also trying to wake her up. There was an owl at the Renaissance Fair. That was pretty cool. But I'm sorry, that's an aside.
Like a falconer.
Yeah, and he had
That's
like
cool.
an owl and a vulture and and falcons and stuff. But that was all pretty cool. That was a cool thing to see. Yeah, but so Tijuana is just kind of like sitting next to her, looking as concerned as an owl might look. I mean, he doesn't seem to be like fretting or, every now and then he's just like "Wah!" Making a owl noise. But, yeah, she seems to be just completely unconscious.
And Sarowyn's the person who would wake people up with spells. That makes it hard.
She doesn't appear to be.
And she's
hurt.
still breathing, right?
Yes, absolutely. She is breathing. She does not appear to be hurt. But she's definitely unconscious.
Do I know if Sarowyn's iPad is attuned to her, or can anyone use it?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. I believe it's attuned to her. That's the problem when you just make stuff up, but I think it was an attuned item. Let me see if it's on her sheet. Period. But that definitely seems like the kind of thing that's like useful enough that it would require attunement.
Can someone besides Sarowyn message her nice brother? I forget his name.
Well, I was going to try to talk to the Galdermen to see if they understand what happened.
Her nice brother is Emlyn.
That's
Yeah, and he also went to place where Red Ezra's at.
Yeah.
I can never think of the name.
Bannockdor.
Bannockdor.
Yeah, Cadamed is the bad one. Or one of the bad ones. Emlyn is the good brother. But yeah, anyone who has sending who's met Emlyn could try to talk to him.
I don't want him to go rushing to his father and doing something stupid.
Right. What have you done? Mwahaha! You've returned. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
If only Jude Lawhart were here.
Friendo could help.
Friendo.
Oh, friendo.
But yeah, so you guys are still in the Temple of the Gods. It's still up.
Okay. So yeah, I will use ascending to Rowdowser.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And basically say, Sarwyn didn't wake up after after creating a temple to Odin. Might be her father. Can you consult with Guldrman and let me know what they think it might be?
Okay, so man, oh man, that's really bad news. Basically, the gist of it is just that like he is concerned. He will absolutely consult with the Galdriman aren't so much in Banador, but there's better. Well, I don't want to say
You're not the
better.
Guldrman, the
Right,
other
yeah,
with
the other wizards in Bannockdor, yeah. So the long and short of it is he will absolutely consult with them to see what's up. And he'll get back to you as soon as he can.
comp.
Me. Okay. Yeah, he'll get back to you as soon as he can.
Do we want to take her to a city and see if there's a healer or another cleric?
Does it look like? I mean, like first of all, if it's even like magic that seems to have her like unconscious right now, asleep.
She just seems to be sleeping. And I mean, she looks fairly peaceful. She doesn't look like she's in any sort of like dreaming distress or anything like that. Yeah, she just seems to be in a really deep sleep.
I wish Paladin's got any of those hotline to Odin the clerics do. Be like, hey, is she okay?
So what would you guys?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, should we continue to try and? It's Fianna, and that's where the salt bank is at, right? Or is
Yes.
it another? Okay.
No, yeah, it's in Fiannan.
I mean, we could take her and Shannon back to her city and keep her there, and then go on the salt bank.
So like go to Cayenne and like leave Sarowyn at Cayenne?
Maybe I can always come back and get her.
True.
How big is Cayenne?
Cayenne is it's a medium-sized town. They don't have much aside from like, they do a lot of like fishing.
Okay, so they might not have any resources to help anyways.
They have they have fishing, and they have people dedicated to keeping like a place safe from a kraken. Those are their main exports are fish and kraken keeping.
Well,
All right, then yeah, probably not worthwhile. We might as well just go to Saltbank.
All right, so you guys are gonna leave the area.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can carry her.
All right. As you leave the temple of the gods that she has created, there is a very loud and sudden closing of the doors to the temple of the gods, and it just it vanishes. It's just like boom.
That was fun.
I left my wallet in there.
Odin is like thumbing through your wallet. Yeah, when you get out to the dock again, the weather is definitely lessened, but it is still pretty bad. But it's not as bad as it had been the day before when you were first traveling.
Oh, and Sarahwin's the person who had the thing to keep rain off of us.
The umbrella?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was she using to keep rain off?
I
you?
thought she,
couldn't-
I thought she had one of her cantrips or something. I think had an option for that. Either way, I'll use my cape of billowing to like have it billow over my head.
Gotcha.
I mean, this is probably the closest thing to a bath any of us have had in like a week. So,
Since that time at the bathhouse.
I mean, Dax was in the water not that long ago. He definitely needed a bath after that.
Yes, he did. All right, so I'm also just gonna go ahead and just like say like by morning I mean Shannon is just going to stay there. I mean the Kraken's no longer an issue. She knows that people will come to check on them, and then she'll just get on that boat. They might not go right away, but she
Check on them and see all the dead bodies in
Yeah.
the front.
like the next shift will arrive as soon as it seems like it's safe enough. But yeah, I mean, like she's still in awe, and she's very appreciative that you guys have slayed this Kraken. She doesn't know what she's gonna do for work after this, but no, I mean she had another job aside. This was just like a part-time gig.
I mean, you could pretend that the Kraken is still here.
I couldn't do that. That would be dishonest. No, it's the people of Cayenne are going to be they'll be very pleased. Thank you so much. You're just amazing people. You must have hit a button.
I'm sorry, did you say hit the button?
Sorry.
No, do not hit the button. No button. No button. All right, so yeah, so you guys are gonna. So how are you? How are you guys traveling now? Sarahwin is unconscious. I mean, not that it's impossible to of course transport her. I mean, she's little, but
I'll probably carry her.
okay.
She'll ride with me and Leonker probably. We still have like all our mounts and everything.
Yes. Yeah, and I would say
Okay.
you probably brought them inside also, when once things were clear. Like you didn't leave them out in the rain overnight.
Gotcha.
That would be terrible. Yeah. All right, so you guys are making your way to Fiannon. The weather is still bad. Do I remember how far it was to Vienna? Do I have this like set up with actual miles? I don't recall. Let's see. No, I don't. But I think it was like it wasn't that long. What was it like? Was it like a 2-day trip?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And you made it about like a 1 day before this whole Kraken nonsense. I will say it is unless there is anything you guys want to do or talk about before you reach Fiannon. It is late afternoon, early evening when you reach Fiannon. I guess it's a little later than that. It's dark. Well, it's definitely dark because, there's a storm. You see, you ate your treat too fast, Chi.
Let's see. Is there like a temple to Odin, like a fairly decent sized one here?
Or just any, Aesir temple. Big one.
Not a big one. Most of the people in Lawfrey, they worship the Keltae. So like there's a big one to Manan and McLear. But I mean there is a small Aesir temple. I would say you guys probably saw it last time you were here, those of you who have been here before. Which I think is just...
Dax who's awake at this point.
Yeah, just Dax and Sarowin. So just Dax.
Yeah. We go there.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. The streets are like people seem to be like I mean it's a terrible storm, so people aren't exactly like out and about, but it seems like everyone is rushing to get home before it gets they're just like get off the streets, oh terrible things. But you guys reach the temple. And
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm probably carrying Sarowin in,
Mm-hmm.
just like holding her with both arms and just walking in, trying to find a priest around here and trying to explain what happened to her. Not all the details, just that we all woke up after a rest and she was still unconscious, and we're just trying to figure out what's happening to her.
Sure. Do you mention the Temple of the Gods?
Yeah, because that is a new thing.
Yeah, I trust them though, so yeah, I'll say that.
Okay.
A big sanctuary was cast, yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, was it just like, oh, we all feel great in here now, or did it actually look like there was a temple inside this room we were cast in now? How much detail did she give to that?
A lot.
Okay.
It was definitely
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the priest is human, and he introduces himself as Malzir Archelaus. Random name generator for the win. So he listens as you guys explain like what's going on, and he's just like, "Oh, that is troublesome. It was a temple to Odin."
Yes.
Yes.
And she won't wake. So he gestures towards like like another room. It seems to be like some sort of like almost like a sitting room, like where people can just like meet and talk about stuff. There are a few people in there. They are praying to various gods at small shrines that have, like, symbols of whatever, of the Aesir gods they worship. They seem a little concerned, but they are doing their thing. So he's like, please lay her down here, and he gestures to what do you call this thing? This is not a couch. People sit on, not a futon.
A chair? A beanbag?
Shit. Like a couch that's only got one arm.
Oh, I don't know what they're called, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
Chaise?
gotcha.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, like a chaise. Yeah. He's just like, lay her down here.
I do that.
All right. So he is going
On a
to.
fainting couch.
Oh.
So it's a fainting couch for when you see the adult beef sawing.
It's catching on.
All right, the first thing he's going to do is just a basic medicine check. And he's just like, no clue. All right. She seems to be in good health aside from the sleep. Let me look at cleric spells really quick and see what would be a good one. Augury wouldn't really help in this situation. There's got to be something a little bit better. Alright, let's just do one of this. So he casts some sort of some sort of clerical spell. That roll does not necessarily mean anything bad.
Sarwin dies.
No, goodness, no. He's like, it seems that her soul was swallowed by a kraken when no one was looking. Do you still have the kraken? Can you...
I mean, a day's journey back.
No, that doesn't happen. No, that's not canon. He doesn't really say that.
Aw.
It seems that she's not in her spirit is not in her body at the moment. It seems to be on the astral plane. I'm at a complete loss as to exactly what's happening to her, but her as long as no one severs the tether, I mean, she should be quite safe.
Who could have done this?
Does she have a father?
It's possible that I've never heard of this, but I mean, I would say that it's possible that when she created the Temple of the Gods, dedicated to Odin, he may have chosen to speak with her.
It's very inconvenient of him.
It could be important, though. Invaluable, even.
And you are, you of course welcome to leave her here, if you'd like. We'll definitely watch over her and make sure that nothing, make sure that no harm comes to her.
Are you capable of that?
Well, on the astral plane, no. But as far as like from any dangers in the city, yes.
Do you know
Do
how?
they look like they have actual decent protections around?
It seemed whatever spell the cleric cast to see that she was like when he determined that her spirit was on the astral plane, he seems like he's got some like fairly potent magic, divine magic. There are some like warrior type priests. Some of them perhaps might even be paladins. There's not like a lot of them, but the temple seems pretty secure.
Okay.
Do you know the sending spell?
I do. I don't have it prepared today, but
Well, my name is Daxmir. These are my companions. This is Wynn, Lady Lee, and Osborne the Bold. You may have heard of him. If anything changes, if anything develops, please let us know.
I will. Let me hang on one moment, and he goes over to like one of the other clerics that kind of work there, like a lesser one, and the cleric does come back with sending stones, and he says, "You can contact me with this. I can contact you as well, and then you can just return it when you come back, and hopefully she'll wake soon. It may be 2 weeks, but in game time it'd probably just be a day or so." He doesn't say that.
I'll bow and thank him for his generosity towards us.
Of course.
Neato. Dax would want to get with the group and be like, all right, we're here for the salt bank. But I doubt Sarowyn would want us to mess with anything there. Just without her, just check and make sure things are okay right now.
Are they likely to be open at this point?
I doubt it, but it wouldn't hurt to check to make sure nothing's been interfered with there.
So you're going to head to the salt bank?
Yep, just make sure nothing's wacky there, and if it's all good, probably just head back to the temple and sleep there for the night.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yes.
oh,
Edie?
I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys walk through the city. People, again, are like... they seem to be trying to rush home before dark. A couple of guards, like, are encouraging people. It's like, you'll want to be indoors. Get indoors. They see you guys coming. They're like, you'll want to be indoors, folks. They seem a little nervous as well.
Is it going to get worse? I shout at them.
2 of the moons will be full tonight. It's going to be pretty bad. You'll want to be indoors. We might not be able to see them clearly, but...
What does that mean?
You asking him directly?
I'm probably just asking when.
Okay.
I don't know.
Then I would ask him.
That's a Sarowyn question.
I'd ask the dude, what does that mean, dude?
Are you new in town?
Certainly.
The Moonlight Murders. There's been quite a few murders. They mostly take place when the moons are full. The suspected lycanthropy Either way, you'll want to be indoors. It's safety in numbers.
These attacks, are they just all over town, or are they in any specific place?
Always someplace different.
Where did it happen last?
2 weeks ago, down near the docks. The southern docks. You there, don't lollygag about. Indoors with you.
Listen, friend, we're new in town, and I'm wondering if you could tell us if there's a certain part of the city we should avoid to, just sort of stay out of trouble.
What kind of trouble are you talking about, sir?
Well, I certainly would not want to run afoul of any sort of thieves or ruffians.
Well, you'll want to avoid the docks at night.
I see.
I mean, you can find thieves and ruffians anywhere, but I mean...
Would those be the southern dock?
Yes, the southern docks.
Ah, thank you. I shall endeavor to avoid that.
See that you do. And then he's shouting at some guy who's just like, kind of like meandering around a little drunkenly. You there, get indoors!
I wish Kegman were with us.
He's fine.
I know he's fine, but he doesn't get to travel as much as I'd like. I worry about his education.
Did you guys have anything more for the guard, or are you going to move on to the salt bank?
Move on to Salt
good.
Bank.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys get to the salt bank. For those of you who have never seen it before, it is a large square stone building. It looks like it's pretty heavily fortified. Big metal doors. Very small windows, like with very strong-looking bars set into them. And it is currently ringed by guards who look like they'd rather be any place else. They seem very nervous. They seem very tense, and they are like looking around, and they are not pleased with this duty that they've pulled, especially in the rain, and with this talk of moonlight murders and all sorts of other whatever, man. They're like not pleased to be there.
So I'll wave at one of them and then hail him and ask if the salt bank is going to be open tomorrow morning.
I don't know, sir. It is closed at the moment. There's no trouble. You can inquire again tomorrow. He seems like really nervous.
I would nod and ask what has him so nervous and apprehensive.
Well, I don't like the weather. It's not a fit night to be standing out here all night, especially with the moons growing full. Um, but I've got my. We'll be fine, sir. You can inquire again in the morning.
Yes, come along, Dax. Let's make haste.
I'm going to. Hmm. No, because he has the other sending stone. I'm going to wish him the best of luck. And let him know that we'll be there in the morning.
All right, sir. Have a good night. You'll want to get off the streets.
Understood. What was your name?
I'm private placeholder.
Private placeholder. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. All right. We're good.
That's a terrible name. Where are these terrible names coming from?
I like that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it.
All right.
Placehold there.
I am going to put in a recommendation that he's doing such a good job. He should be promoted to corporal placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
One day we'll come back and he'll be captain placeholder of the city watch.
Oh, you know what I will do to make him a little bit happier? I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith right next to him, because that's a spell I can do. So there's going to be now this like big glowing knight paladin looking guy at the front of the gate next to them.
Okay.
And if anything comes near that, they're going to be in trouble. I'll let them know that.
Sure.
Keep near that and you'll be safe.
Thank you. He's really he still seems concerned, but definitely a weight has been lifted from his from his shoulders. He kind of moves a little closer to it, and a couple of the other guards are also looking, and they start whispering amongst themselves, and they're looking at you very gratefully. Might I ask your name, sir?
Oh, I'm just a paladin of Tyr. I'll be at the temple there. If anything strange happens tonight, you can come there and let me know and my companions. We can do whatever we can to assist.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Give him a nod and I'm good to go.
As we're walking away, Osborne looks confused and so we're not robbing this bank?
I don't think Serwin would want us to do that. We're kind of have our own stuff here that there's no point in robbing it if we already own it there, right?
That's a bit disappointing.
And in addition to that, if this talk she might be having with Odin changes things, I don't want us going in there, tampering with what we know is inside, and maybe going against whatever advice he's given her.
See, God, this is why gods muck everything up.
So you guys heading directly back to the temple?
I am.
What
If Osborne slips off, I would not be surprised. I'm okay with it.
What time of night is it?
It is about 6:30 in the evening. The sun has definitely set. It is definitely dark, and
All right, I will meet you back at the temple. I need to find something.
Yeah, Osborne has business to attend to as well.
okay.
I guess the paladins will go and pray for 8 hours or something.
Is there a brothel? I'm just...
Oh no! You are
Go back to
welcome
the
to go do
temple.
that.
Ah, you feeling that adult beef swelling, are you?
Oh my god.
All right. Win. What are you doing?
I am going to be looking for a high-end toy maker.
A high-end toy maker.
Yes. Like someone who would sell to like noble children and such.
Sure.
At least a place. I know, like,
Right.
I might not be able to find one open, or people might not be around. I just want to find where that might be.
So walking around like for at least like 15 minutes or so. I mean, like you find it pretty quickly in a better part of town. Like, you know, it's easy to realize what better parts of town might be. And yeah, indeed, you do find what appears to be a high-end toy maker. It is called
Not
Slinkies, Slinkies and Logs. No, it's not
Keys and
Blunskies.
logs.
Not Blunskies.
Are they still open?
They are not. They are
Okay.
closed. They are shuttered.
Okay. Then I will head back to the temple and come back early.
Okay. Osmorn. So what were you doing?
Osmond is making a beeline for the docks.
Okay. You get down to the southern docks. Yeah, it's definitely seedy. There are definitely people, skulking about. There are a couple of really seedy-looking taverns. Lots of noise coming from within. Most of the people who are slinking about, I mean, they look like they're a little nervous as well as they're slinking. Like, more so than your average slinker. But, yeah.
I just stand there and bask in the atmosphere for a few minutes, and then I'll head into one of the seedy taverns.
Sure. The seedy tavern is called the Wench and Whistle.
The Wench and Whistle sounds perfect.
Wench and Whistle. Yeah, it's pretty seedy. It's definitely like some sort of like dive bar. There's a lot of like there's quite a few dock workers, but there's also like, you know, people who would appear to be of a certain bent.
I'm sorry, say that again. You cut out a little bit.
People of a certain bent, you know.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, looking around, is there anyone sitting like... Is there anyone sitting alone that looks like they have goons or thugs around them?
Give me a perception check. I mean, there's a few, but yeah. So there's a few people like sitting, that looks like they've got like some kinds of like goons or thugs around them. However, one guy who's sitting he's not sitting at a corner table. He's like sitting at like, a table like near the fireplace. He's, chowing down some food. He doesn't seem to have anyone protecting him, like goonish, thuggish, but there are a couple of goonish, thuggish people that you realize are definitely keeping an eye on him and his table, like in a protective manner. It's like there is a couple of, nearby thugs who seemed like they are like, better at pretending to, not be interested while they're being interested in like what's happening to him. Looks like he's got some like muscle and he's kind of slick.
Excellent. So I'll go to the barkeep,
Mm-hmm.
and I will point out the fine gentleman dining,
Yeah.
as well as the goons,
Yeah.
and I'll say I would like to send a bottle of your finest wine to that gentleman, and a pint of your finest ale to each of those gentlemen.
The bartender just he just grunts at you. Yeah. And it'll be a gold.
I'll give him 2.
He takes them and he dusts off this like bottle of wine. It looks like it's a pretty good bottle of wine. And he sends like one of the barmaids over to the other 2 guys with mugs of ale or whatever it was you wanted them to have. What did you want them to have? Was it ale?
The finest ale in the.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I will wait for the guy at the table to. Hopefully, he will like acknowledge my presence when the bottle arrives.
Okay. One of the thug-looking guys looks directly at you and at the guy at the table.
Mm-hmm.
The other thug just takes the ale and just drinks it like there's nothing going on. And the guy at the table, like, you know, they set the bottle of wine in front of him. The barmaid who did that, she says something softly to him, and she kind of gestures towards you. Definitely some sort of like, you know, courtesy of the gentleman at the bar kind of thing. And he looks at you. He raises an eyebrow and just gives you a nod. And opens the bottle, says something to the barmaid, and she comes back. She comes back to him with 2 glasses, and she sets them down, and he pours wine into one of them, and goes back to eating his whatever stew he was eating.
All right, I will sort of make my way over to the table.
Okay.
Very nonchalantly.
Mm-hmm. Give me another perception check, if you would, please.
Sure.
So the 2 thugs, they start to like kind of like move towards you a little, like as you're approaching the table, and then they just stop and return to where they were standing. And the gentleman says, "Please have a seat."
Thank you, good sir. And I will sit.
Would you like some wine? This is a very fine bottle of wine.
Yes, thank you. I would be honored to share in your delightful beverage.
He pours you a glass of wine.
Awesome. I want to watch and make sure he's not slipping something into it, though.
Sure, give me another give me an investigation check on that one. Yeah. Unless he is really good at slipping shit into stuff, like he doesn't seem like he is.
Excellent.
You see no sign that he did anything like that.
I will sip the wine and say, perhaps you have heard of me. My name is Osmorn. Osmorn the Bold. You look like the sort of gentleman that I could do business with.
What sort of business would that be?
Well, I'm looking to acquire something. Are you perhaps in the business of requisitions and acquirements?
I may be. Depends what you're looking for.
Capital.
And he keeps his voice, like, he lowers his voice a little bit, like, as he says that.
But none to find a point of on it, sir. I'm looking for poison. And I will also, like, gonna keep my voice a little lower.
Sure.
The deadlier the better. Hopefully something that will...
He holds up a finger to, like, stop you. He takes a small bell out of a pouch. He doesn't ring it or anything, but he just kind of sets it on the table. And,
Ooh, I take my crystal bell that I stole from that one shop and put it out on the table next to it.
Okay. He raises an eyebrow at that, but, he's just like, okay. He kind of, like, rubs, like, his thumb, like, on the top of the bell.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, alright, it's a nice bell you have there, so go ahead and speak.
Yes, I have some unpleasant business to attend to that requires a fairly lethal poison. Preferably something that the ingestion of the tiniest amount would result in a quick, painless death.
I may have something along those lines. So tell me, is this something is this you have a target in the city?
Broadly speaking. I don't expect her to remain in the city. And as a courtesy, I will refrain from doing my business in town. If that makes you more comfortable. I wouldn't want to offend you.
Come here.
Too many toes.
Come here. Stop that. I'm sorry. What'd you say? So you're gonna not do your business in town?
Yeah.
Okay. You hush. Do me a favor. Give me a persuasion check, if you would not mind. That's very good. That's a very good. Okay.
Like, if he's not persuaded by that, I don't know. I have coin.
Have you ever been to the tap room on Elf Street?
I have not. This is my first time in your city.
All right. And this is something you're going to keep... You said you're going to keep your business out of the city?
Yes. If you would prefer.
Oh, I absolutely would prefer. And... you understand that if it were to come back, that something happened here in the city and that I was connected to it, of course there would be consequences. You seem like a fine gentleman. You've given me a fine bottle of wine. I'd really hate for there to be consequences.
As would I, which is why I have no desire to know your name, good sir.
I have no desire to tell you. I definitely would have something along those lines of what you're looking for.
Capital.
I would need some time to procure it. I could have it. I could have it in 24 hours. It's gonna cost dear, though.
How dear?
Let's say 1,500 gold pieces. Guaranteed to be as effective as you're asking.
Call it 2,000 and make it 12 hours.
12 hours. I can do that. Meet me here in 12 hours. And when you go to the bartender, tell him you're here to inspect the drapes.
Inspect the drapes. I can do that.
I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to put that in the chat.
Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, sir. And I shall see you, or your agent, in 12 hours.
12 hours.
Enjoy the wine. Enjoy your meal. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours and for the wine. He then takes that bell. He rubs his stomach around the top of the bell again, and returns it to wherever it was he pulled it out from.
I'll pack away my bell as well.
Okay.
Maybe it was a chime. I don't remember.
All right. And then heading back to the temple.
I am not, man. I'm going to go and stand outside and see if I can get mugged.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, Win.
Yep.
On your way back to the temple, you see a very nervous-looking man. He seems like he's middle-aged. He's got like a very kind of like wild look in his eye. He looks like he hasn't slept in quite a while. And he seems to be kind of like crouching behind a couple of crates and a barrel, not very well. And in his hand, he's holding like he's got a scabbard in his hand, and he's got his hand on the hilt, and he's just kind of like looking around, like almost wildly.
I'm going invisible right away.
Okay. Oh, this I know they're gonna show up, and it's gonna be time to get my son back. I just gotta find them. I've gotta find them. He's just like looking around, just like I've gotta find them. His like eyes are wild, and he's just like, I'll find them.
I'll make sure I'm a decent distance away.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe out of sight, and then actually come back visible.
Okay. Like not like
That was
within
the
his
shortest
like,
lived. That was the shortest lived invisibility ever.
not like within his like line of sight or anything.
No,
It was, like,
outside.
he-
Yeah,
right,
I don't want to
outside of his
startle
line of
him
sight.
more.
Sure.
And then I'll start whistling and come around the corner.
Okay. When you come around the corner, I mean, he spins to look at you, and he gives you like a glance like up and down, and he kind of tries to like straighten up and like kind of like tucks the sword to the side. Evening, sir.
Evening.
And he's, like,
Dangerous
still, like,
night
looking
outside,
around.
huh?
Yeah, it's dangerous night. You'll probably want to be inside.
That's what everyone keeps telling me. Why? What's going on?
It's the moonlight murders. It's werewolves in the city. No one seems to be able to stop them, but I've got something here that'll stop them should they come near me. I'm waiting.
You're trying to catch them? Why? Isn't that a guard's job?
The guards won't do anything. The guards are scared of the werewolves. They won't do a damn thing about it. He's starting to get like a little loud, and like, his like hand is like shaking on the sword. They won't do a damn thing about it. They say they say just stay indoors, lock your doors, bolt your doors, and no harm will come to you. But you know what? We were inside, and they still came, and they took my son. And I will fucking get him back.
You'll end up dead.
Better I end up dead than sitting at home doing nothing to save him.
Why do you think you can stop them?
I've got this now, don't I? And he takes the sword like from his side again, and he pulls it out like a little bit. And like you can tell, he's definitely got like what appears to be a silvered short sword.
How like strong does he look? Like he's already looks like he hasn't slept much. Like,
I mean, he looks like he's been doing physical labor most of his life. So I mean, he looks like he's kind of strong, but I mean, the way he's like kind of carrying himself and the way he's like, I mean, he's got the sword like in the scabbard there. He is not. He definitely does not appear to be any sort of like skilled fighter. You know, he doesn't seem to really know what he's doing. He's strong, but yeah, he's just like, look at me, I got a sword. Good on me. Fucking kill some werewolves or some shit.
and you think they'll come here? Why?
I don't know that they'll come here, but it's like if I'm outside and everyone else is inside. I mean, I'm easy. I'm an easy target out here. So I mean, why wouldn't they come for me?
Why wouldn't they? Probably because you're in the wrong place. I heard that this happened in the docks.
It happens everywhere.
Oh, it does? So the guards don't know what's going on.
I mean, last time, 2 weeks ago, it was at the docks. 3 weeks before that, my own house. And I don't live near the docks anymore. I live in a little bit of a better section of town, near up above the north docks.
Ah.
Another
like I
time.
said, you're going to get yourself killed.
Another time. Right in the middle of where all the lords and ladies live. Right there.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
You'd think the guards would get interested in that.
Oh, they're interested. Interested in saving their own skins. And the Commodore does nothing about it. The Commodore says, everybody just stay inside.
Who's the Commodore?
He's the boss. He's the boss man, all of Lawfrey. Mostly Clockmore, but
Have I heard Saren mention him before?
Probably not. But how long have you been? How long have you been like hanging out in the world, like at Antonine?
Not that long
Not
before
that long.
I ran
Okay.
into everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, like you probably don't know much about the governments of things. I mean, she probably hasn't mentioned it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, you're going to get yourself killed. Why don't you come with me and speak to my friends? We might be able to help.
You might be able to help.
Yes.
He What would your passive persuasion be? If you were to have a passive persuasion.
If I were to have a passive persuasion,
Yeah.
it would be 9. No, it would be 20.
Okay. So, you
Also,
know,
my sword gives me advantage.
okay. He looks at you as if like at first he's like very skeptical. He's just like, I mean, you got your billowing cape, you're walking out in the rain,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're some sort of like, elf. um, but he like kind of like tries to take the measure of you, and you're good with that blade then.
I'm more than passing with a blade. Yes.
Your friends, are they more than passing with their blades as well?
Oh yes.
All right, maybe I'll go to meet with these friends of yours. You're not planning on taking me to the law or anything, right? We're going to meet friends of
No,
yours.
we're going to go to the Aesir or temple.
Oh yes, sir. They're not doing anything about this either. But I'll go and I'll meet your friends.
We're just staying there. Two of them are followers, but they're very good at what they do.
Okay. So you are going to start heading towards the
temple.
The temple.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
On the way, I will, because I'm assuming I saw Osborne leave.
Yeah.
I will use Ascending to say, hey, come meet us at the temple. I've got something that you could help with.
Oh, okay, wait.
It would make good comic book material.
Osmore, don't answer him just yet.
Okay.
Because I like actually the way this like has set itself up. But I do need this, and I didn't load this before, so let me just load this really quick. Oh, where is it now? I loaded all the other ones I wanted, but not this particular scene. But I'll have it in just a moment. Yeah, I didn't want to do the bank today without Sarowin, so I was like,
Yep.
I'm gonna do something else, and then I came up with a fun idea, and or I think it's fun anyway. But there was a good dock map that I really meant to put on. I loaded some of the other ones, but if I can't find my dock map really quick, I will just we'll just use the City Streets one that I already loaded in here. But I thought I really did think I had a.
Has anyone tried sending to Sarah?
No. But we also know she's on the astral plane now, and sending can work, but it's not a great chance that it does.
Well, and reading your description of the spell is what made me think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's worth a try.
Okay. All right, so or I'll just use this one here. I'm going to put our buddy Osmorn on this map here. Yeah, it's basically kind of near the docks, Osmorn. And this is the timing's great. So All right, Osborne.
Yes.
So you're standing there waiting to get mugged, hoping to get mugged.
Yeah, looking very chalant, I guess, instead of nonchalant.
Right. Okay.
Saying things like, "Oh dear, I do hope I find a place to spend my zip coin."
Oh, move, guy. Move, guy. Oh, I have the ruler on. That'll do it every time. So you're trying to get somebody to mug you, and two things happen pretty much simultaneously.
Okay.
The first thing that happens is you get that message from Win,
Sure.
and just as you're getting that message from Win, there is a growl behind you.
Oh, a growl.
A growl from behind you. And if you turn around and look, there is absolutely a werewolf slowly walking towards you. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna activate this whole scene for everybody, and I'm just gonna so everybody else can see as well. I'm gonna put everybody on it, even though you're not there.
So I will immediately draw my weapons and send the message back to Win, like, can't talk now, werewolves.
When you are not far from the South Docks, the South Docks are not that far from. I mean, I don't like I don't know if Osborne, that Osborne went to the South Docks. Did you mention that that's where you were going, Win, or no? I mean, Osborne, or no? You were just
I
like.
don't believe I did.
I don't
no.
believe you did either. Okay.
I mean, he asked the guy where the criminal element would be so he could avoid it.
Right. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, Osborne, I would love for you to roll initiative. Okay. Win, you know what? If you're gonna head that way, go ahead and roll initiative as well, please. Because I'm guessing you might want to head that way.
I guess.
This is like bonding for you guys. Perhaps.
You get your own little side story.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean you're kind of far from the scene at the moment, but not like super far. I'm gonna call it 150 feet.
Okay.
No, maybe yeah. Let's call it 150 feet, because I mean like this is like sort of near the area where this guy was like kind of waiting around. Not at the South Docks, but near them. Okay, so Osborne. This guy starts to rush at you, but I mean, you definitely have the you've got it. You first, man. So he
Yeah,
starts
well-
to like run, but
I don't think he's Yeah, he's probably not expecting this, but I'm going to draw my rapiers and bare my teeth at him and rush at him.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I would
And
say he probably does not expect that at all.
I'll use a bonus action to give him a hunter's mark,
Okay.
which is one of these spells. Not that one. There it is. I don't know why it's making me roll for hunter's mark and why it's rolling 3d6, but okay.
Yeah, because that's just a weird thing. But yeah. Um,
And then I'm going to give him a little stab.
why is it rolling 3d6? Okay. All right. Yeah, you rush at him. You cast a hunter's mark on him, and he is probably going to get a little stabbed.
I don't know. He might not get stabbed on that.
Uh-oh.
Well, he might. Does he get stabbed?
I was trying to play some music. Sorry. I no longer have it. Yeah, he absolutely gets stabbed. Wait, is that your that's a magical rapier? Is that your parry master's rapier or the
That is the Perry Master's rapier, I believe. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he definitely gets yeah, he definitely gets stabbed.
Dope. Well, he gets a little of that,
Okay.
and he gets a little of the hunter's mark. Very little. And then he gets stabbed a second time, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that 23 will absolutely stab him for another 9 points of damage.
And he gets hunter's mark on that as well.
Mhm.
That's not just.
Yep.
God damn it. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. All right, win.
Free action. I would like
Yeah.
to say, I'm going to carve you up, little pup.
I will just look at the guy. I'll say, I know you don't know me well, but go to the temple, ask for Dax and Lee, tell them what you told me, let them know that I went to save Osmorn again, and my name's Win. And I get out of my broom and fly 100 feet.
Okay. He looks like he's about to start arguing or saying something, but when you get on the broom...
If you want help with your son, do this.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you get on your broom, he's just like, he sees, like, you're definitely more than just, like, some fancy guy who knows how to use a sword and talks pretty. So, yeah, all right, so you fly, like, 100 feet.
Yep.
Awesome. You know what? So we're actually going to put you... where you are, I'll say, is probably okay.
Okay.
And, how high up are you?
30 feet.
Okay. All right, and you definitely see, you can see Osmorn down that alley and that werewolf.
Okay.
What is your passive? Okay. Come on. You also notice something moving around the building. there is a werewolf coming up from behind, coming from around the corner of that building.
Okay. And which way did I see Osmorn at?
You see Osmorn like, can you see him from where you are?
I can't, no.
Oh, you can't, no.
But I'm also up high, so I don't know if some things
Oh, yeah,
are
yeah,
not blocking me that way
yeah,
otherwise.
yeah, you can see him, but you also see this werewolf coming around the corner there.
But which direction was he?
He is, he's down this way, down this alley here.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay.
That's what you were kind of asking. All right. All right. So this punk werewolf, I love the fact that he was a punk werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you've stabbed him twice, Osmorn. He doesn't seem to like that very much. He is going to definitely try to bite you. And let me make this public. Does this? I know the answer to this already, but does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. And he is going to then try to claw you. Does an 8 hit you?
No, not even close, man.
Okay. All right, Osmorn.
So yeah, just like ducking and twisting and turning and dodging out of his claws and his teeth. And as I do that, I will give him a couple of more pokes here.
Sure. That hits
It would
him.
be nice to actually roll some damage, but
Well, 4 is some.
yeah, 4 is some damage, I guess. So we get some of that, and he gets those things.
4 is also wrong, to be completely honest. I don't know what's good.
No, I rolled a 1. That's not wrong.
There is a -2 on here. Why would you have a -2 in your
That's a
calculation?
solid question. Why would it have -2? That should be a 5.
Well, no, there's definitely a 5 in there. I don't know why there would be a -2. So it's like,
I'm betting for some reason it is not using finesse. Like it's not set to use finesse.
well, I think the 5 is from his dex. It's that 2. It's a +2 rapier, right?
No, it's a +1 rapier.
All right, we'll figure
But-
that. We'll figure that out later. So it should
I'm using
be.
the +1 of AP instead of. Oh no, it is a +2. It says.
Yeah, I thought it was +2. So I think that +2 just for some odd reason is yeah, I don't know. That's weird. So it'd be 1 + 2 + 5. So that's no, it'd just be the 1 + 2, right? No, it'd be the 1 + 5.
Yeah.
6. All right. Damn it, Mondo. Okay. So that's going to be another. It's going to be another 1. Okay. No, another 2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then the sneak attack. Okay. Sorry. We'll fix that in post. And then what was this other one down here?
Well, that's the Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer.
Okay, that's the Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer. So that will be another 5. Okay.
I rolled a 5 between them. Yeah, it's fantastic for me.
Okay. Yeah, he's like he howls. That hurts. Ow.
And
Owie, owie, ow, ow, ow.
Maybe.
Yeah, that will hit. Yeah.
I actually rolled decent damage that time. And that's the hunter's mark.
Okay.
And that's not quite it. I want to move around behind it.
Sure. You have moved behind him. That is a thing you have done.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, win.
Alright, just moving in.
Mm-hmm.
And how does Osmorn look? Probably just like typical Osmorn.
Yes, he looks dope.
I will. You know what? Why not? This guy that's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Disintegrate him.
No, I don't want to use. I'm gonna Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
at 4th level.
He absolutely does not make that saving throw.
So full damage, and
Yeah.
then uses reaction to move.
Osmond, from around the corner, you hear another howl. This one is definitely of pain. And yep. And when he definitely runs away from you.
Oh, I cannot see Osmorn at all. Should I at this point? Is he invisible?
Oh, you know what? Osmorn. Osmorn has kind of like left the grid. He should be right on the other side of the werewolf.
Okay.
So that's probably why you can't see him. He's like left the grid. You know what? Since like I'm gonna move all three of you, like back 5 feet.
Okay.
This way, like you're all on the actual map.
Okay, then I won't get quite that close. I'll stay back here.
Okay.
And then I will give him a Mantle of Inspiration.
You get free movement with that, right?
Free movement, yes.
I'm just
And
gonna
11
use,
temp hit points.
I'm just gonna use my movement to like move a circle around the werewolf.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Just to show off.
The werewolf starts like trying to follow you, like like spinning. I need to. Okay, that's set up. All right. Okay. And then I can't believe you've used Dissonant Whispers. How many times since we've both played this game? I always need to look to see how long like they run from you. It's just that one time.
Oh, it's just that it
just
takes
that one
its
time.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always need to look, and I'm just like, I should know. That's something I should know by now. Okay. So the werewolf stops here, shakes his head, and he's going to start running back. And he sees you in the air, so he is going to he's gonna he's gonna start dashing. He's gonna dash once he comes around the corner. Like, he was probably going to try to jump up at you, like, fruitlessly. When he comes around the corner and sees what's going on back here, he's going to come over here. That will be where he ends his turn. And it's this punk's werewolf's turn. Come on, punk.
Make my day.
Alright, so punk werewolf is a little emboldened by the fact that, like, his buddy has showed up. So he's like, yeah, I might have run away, but now I'm not going to. I'm going to try to bite you, Osborne the Bold. I read your comic books. What a predicament. Does a 20 hit you? No. And then he is going to try to use his claws. Does a 9 hit you?
Nope.
Punk werewolf looks sad. Osborne. How sad does he look? I don't know.
He's probably going to look not as sad as he's about to, I hope.
An 18, that does hit.
All right, let's give him some of that and see what happens.
Osborne, what's that look like?
What does that look like? Yeah, he tries to claw at me, and he tries to bite me, and I move to the left, and he tries to claw, and I zig back to the right, and kind of skewer him from behind, like right through his chest cavity.
Ew. All right.
And he just dies. He doesn't like turn into a person.
He'll probably turn into a person, I think. Yeah. So he slides off your rapier. As before he hits the ground, he is a he is a naked guy.
It's not Crichton, is it?
It's not Crichton.
All right. I'm going to point at this guy with my rapier and be like, "You're next," and then leap over this fallen body here. Try and give him a little stick.
Okay. That sticks him.
Awesome. And that will be end of the turn for me.
Okay. Win.
All right, now it's time. Now I can't let Osborne show me up.
What again?
Okay.
Oh.
Damn it.
All right, so let's see how this is going to look. All right, so Osborne, you're next, and you jump over the fallen werewolf, and you stick this one, and he growls, and he just bares his teeth at you, like almost like he's just like, yeah, I kind of like that pain. Like, what else have you got? And then what does it look like when?
Yeah, he's just enveloped in this green, like, spray that, like, just reaches to the tips of the sword that Osborne had out and, like, on the ground next to his boots, and then stops. And then, like, where the wolf was, there's just nothing.
I'll look up at Wen and be like, "Did you see what I just did?"
Yeah, that was a good poke.
That should go in the comics for sure.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
What are you doing here, anyways?
Coming to save you?
I look at the puddle and the werewolf behind me and I'm like, I don't believe I require being saved, but thank you, I suppose.
I met a man who was about to get himself killed trying to chase these down.
Ah, well. Good thing I
He was going back to the temple. I think we should either try to track these down or head there and find Dax and Lee.
Ooh. We suppose I could spare a few hours, but I do have some rather pressing business here.
In the middle of the night?
I don't question your business, do I?
No, you don't. Although you take credit for it.
Only when I deserve it.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna fly down and look at this body. Anything interesting on it?
No, I mean, like I said, he was completely naked. So if he had other things, like when he changed, like he took his clothes off first. I mean, he's just like, yeah, he's just naked. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. That is a good medicine check. You do notice that he has got on his shoulder. He has got like a pretty big, like bigger than what you would expect, like from like perhaps like another werewolf, bite mark. I mean the wound is like healed, but I mean it's definitely left a scar. This is a very large bite mark.
Is he still alive?
No, he is as dead as they come.
No stabilizing,
No, he's just dead.
Did you see where he came from?
I'll point down the alley behind me and like, well, came from that direction. Ooh, I have, because I have a hunter's mark on him, I have advantage to track him. Does that include like running his back trail?
I don't believe so.
I mean, it's just tracking where he was instead of where he is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still try and follow.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can track him. Anyways, like reverse track him or whatever.
Sure. Give me a survival check. It's been raining like for a couple of days now. It's all stone. The city streets. There are no tracks to be found.
I'll relay that to Wen.
It's too bad Sarowyn isn't collecting heads anymore. She could find out information. I mean, do you think it would be okay? This, like, maybe other people at the temple could do that, and maybe this time it would be helpful.
Well, it's not as if he's a real person.
I mean, he is. He was just turned into a werewolf, right? Isn't that what happens when they get bitten?
Well, yes, but werewolves aren't people.
But he's not a werewolf anymore. He's a dead person.
He's just a dead werewolf.
So what you're saying is it's fine if we, cut off his head?
I'm saying that morals are subjective and flexible.
Okay. Then have at it. I'll give you full credit for this idea.
I look at Wen pointedly while I stab him in the neck a few times with my rapier.
I turn her around.
All right. Yeah,
Joking,
you have werewolf head.
I mean, can you really stab off a werewolf's head with a rapier? My whole point was to, point out that I'm not really equipped for this sort of thing.
Neither is Win.
I mean,
Can't saw with a rapier.
it's still got like a bladed, edge, doesn't it? I mean, maybe I'm assuming. It's not going to be as neat or quick or clean as a... But yeah, no, if you're just poking it, then yeah, you don't have a head. You just have a neck with a lot of holes in it.
Yeah, I'm just poking it and staring at Wen like, really?
Okay, fine, we can just take the whole body.
All right, so
Well, again, they do have some business to attend to in this part of town.
So you're not going to come back to the temple?
Well, not immediately, no, but I'll catch up to you in the morning.
It's going to be easier to find these things tonight. Isn't that what they said with the full moons?
Will it be any easier to find them tonight rather than tomorrow night?
Depends what we find out from him.
Yes, all right, but I do need to come back here.
Okay.
Shut, let's go. Time is money.
Help me get him on the broom, and maybe cover him up.
I will. I'll grab his legs.
Okay. It's gonna go super slow. Like, I don't think I can. Like, I can take myself and the body. I don't think I can take Osborne with me. And my movement gets cut in half.
I mean, I don't know what Wen's strength is, but Osborne is not very strong.
No, I'm not either. I just need to get him on the broom.
So, like, the two of us are just trying to wrestle this body up.
Yep.
in the room.
I mean, if you guys have a pair of sunglasses and like a trench coat, I mean, you could weekend at Bernie's and back to the temple.
That might be easier.
Oh my God, you could both turn invisible and just have him stagger down the street. Like waving at people, like holes in his neck.
I do have an extra set of clothes.
Is he... When he's a corpse, is he considered an object?
He is considered an object when he is a corpse.
So then, carrying him would count as an object when I make myself invisible.
Yeah, I would say yes.
I don't think we need... Like, it's raining. I don't think we need to think too much into this.
No, and since the sun has gone down, I mean, like, the only people on the streets at the moment are you, Osborne, and a dead werewolf.
Yeah, so let's just, just brace between us and walk back to the temple.
Yeah. We'll put some clothes on him first, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are heading back to the temple.
Yep.
Why don't we take a quick break so I can get a little more coffee,
Well,
and then when we come back, you guys can get to the temple and tell Dax and Lee what you guys have done, and see if we can get some information from this werewolf guy.
Sounds good.
All right, people at home, we'll be back.
And really, it would have been like super in line with the fairy.
No, I like that. Maybe someday we'll play a Curse of Strahd again, if I remember like anything about like where you guys were. And I remember that Kat's character in the Curse of Strahd was named Sasha because when I was looking for her token to update the little thing on the stream that says like what level you guys are with your names and all the other stuff, I found her Sasha token.
I think her character's name was Sash.
Oh yeah, Sash. Yeah, I think you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Correct.
And when you were Thomas,
Yep.
or Gilmore, you were Thomas. When's just when. And Edie, do you remember who you were?
I was Gnome Wizard Wesley.
Crad?
I was a sorcerer, I think.
Friendship.
Oh, yeah, you were
The
divine
healing
sorcerer,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Friendship is magic.
The second time around.
Yes.
And then there was Finnan with his human boots.
Oh, Finnan was great. His human boots and that throne with the put wheels
The whole
on.
reason we're around a wheeled golden throne now. Or gold foiled throne.
All right. Well, we are back. So, yeah. So you guys get the body back to the temple without any sort of, there's no one on the streets. But so let's go to Dax and Lee. So there is a knock at the door, and the cleric that you were speaking with before. I should probably write names down. Well, just the cleric you're speaking to earlier.
Malzier.
Thank you. I put them in the chat, but then you have to search for it. Malzier picks up a warhammer and just kind of like steps towards the door, opens it, and there is a wild-looking man at the door, and he's just like, I was told to come here by an elf named Wynn, and to ask for Dax and Lee.
Sorry, we don't know an elf named Wen.
Osborne standing up for it.
Malzier looks towards like Dax and Lee.
Yeah.
He's
I'll,
And then
anyone thinking I'm half a ladrin.
He steps back and like gestures for the man to come inside. Who hears?
they find themselves in trouble.
I think he said he went to go save Osborne the Bold. Did you say the Bold?
No.
Okay. He went to save someone named Osborne. He got on a broom and flew away.
Do you know where he went?
Towards the South Docks. He says that you can help me get my son back.
What happened to your son?
He was taken by werewolves. And at this, like Malzier, he just lets out a sigh, and just like a sad, weary kind of sigh.
When did this happen?
About a little over a month ago, 5 weeks.
Was this when the last 2 full moons occurred?
There was 1 and 2 halves. Malzira's
Do
like,
two half moons make a full moon?
no. Malzira's just like, they can change it, Will, but depending on the moons, the moons embolden them.
And I'm guessing that's why they're out tonight. Do you know when the next time something that will give them, embolden them, will occur?
Um, I mean, one of the moons will still be full tomorrow, completely full. The other one will be just starting to wane. I mean, they'll still be emboldened tomorrow. We probably have another 3 days before they. Not that it's ever really safe, but we probably have 3 days before things are safer.
Can you describe your son to me?
Um, he's a good looking lad. He's 19 years old. He has people say he kind of favors me, but I mean he looks much younger. His hair's shorter and browner. Mine's got the gray and he's a good looking boy. He's very fit.
So, all right. I'll say to Lee that I can cast Locate Creature, but I already spent my 4th level, so I don't know. Might have to wait maybe a day or 8 hours or
It needs to
so.
be 5. I don't think I have that one.
It's something I don't have prepared either, but I can do it. Anyway, we should probably go and assist our friends, but what did you say your name was, sir?
I didn't. My name is Shurat Komu.
Oh, I can do it.
A terrible name. Terrible names this generator gives me. I wonder if I have it set for something weird.
I'm never a big fan of those generators. They always seem to just be extreme.
Yeah, I just don't want to name anyone else Kevin. At least not for a little while, anyway. So is it Kevin?
Well, I'll put a hand on Mr. Komu's shoulder and let him know that we'll do our best to try and find his son. But right now, we got to go find our friends.
All right. Yes, thank you.
You should stay here for the night while the moons are still up.
And Mazir is just like, yes, please come. You can keep your sword by your side. Come sit. And he fetches someone to bring like the man some some hot broth.
See what we're missing out on by not being at the temple when.
Hot broth?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking I could really use some hot broth.
All right, so Dax Lee.
I was going to see if I was going to suggest we head to the docks, but I'm guessing our friends are about to show up or we're about to see a werewolf flying on a broom by itself. That'll be cool too.
If you guys are gonna head to the docks, you get maybe to the end of like the block. Like you reach the first corner, and you see you guys were like you guys were Weekend at Bernie's the guy, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You see uh, you see
Naked
Osmorn.
man on a broom with sunglasses.
No, we can close on him.
He's not on the broom. He's just between us.
Yeah. So Osmorn and Wynn are they're walking in your direction, and they seem to be like supporting a passed out drunk covered in blood. Like he seems to be bleeding.
No, I prestidigitationed all the blood away by this point on the walk.
Yeah, so there's probably not much coming out. He does seem to have some blood around his neck.
I keep like as it
You're gonna
spurts
keep-
out,
okay.
like every step, blood spurts out, and then I prestidigitation it away.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
He's
so they
wearing
seem
a
to be
to hide all the neck holes.
okay. So yeah, so they're seem to be carrying, supporting this man as they're kind of dragging him towards the temple.
Oh,
Who's your friend?
um, we don't know his name. I don't think he's our friend. Do you, Osborne?
Well, he might have been, but he chose not to be.
And like as you guys like are closer to each other, it's obvious that this man is dead.
Is it just a guy?
Well, it didn't used to be.
Osborne got attacked by some werewolves.
Yes, and I was doing very well until Wynn interfered.
I managed to kill the one that was going to come up from behind him. 2.
Well, I think we'll need to see how many the guards suspect are roaming the city.
Yeah. I'm hoping that one of the clerics can do what Sarwin did, with the body, with the head.
Hmm. That'd probably be a good idea.
And if not, they could just, do whatever they do with his remains.
Probably better to bring the whole body instead of walking up to the temple door holding a head in hand.
Yes, that's what we were
Can
thinking,
you
right?
talk to this?
Nicely, yes.
Yeah, so we continue on into the temple.
We could let the strong people take him from here.
No, you got it. It's your your victory. You earned it.
Alright, we continue on into the temple.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys enter the temple. Malzir, he lets you in, and he's just like, oh, and as he sees the dead guy you guys are supporting.
He is one of the werewolves.
Odin, please protect his soul, kind of thing, as he places his hand like over his over his head. And you were attacked then.
Yes, by 2 of them.
I was attacked.
I saved him.
Is there
Yeah.
a place we can take this body discreetly, away from others?
Yes, of course. Come this way. And he takes you. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, did a man come by? I'm assuming that's why you're coming out to meet us.
Yes, the Mr. Komu. He's with the rest of the priests right now. He let us know what happened to you all.
Good.
And what happened to his son as well.
I'm sorry, did you say his son?
His son was captured by the werewolves.
Hmm.
How old is this body?
10 minutes, I'd say.
Nice.
He's a young man,
Uh-huh.
probably in his mid-20s.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't match, or it doesn't look like Sherrod.
No, it doesn't. He does not favor Shirat Kumu. Of course, people could just be telling him that he favors him.
Mm.
Like Ange isn't mine by blood like whatsoever, and people constantly say, "Oh, you guys look so much alike," and I'm just like, "Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I
Thanks."
mean, it could have been the milkman.
Exactly, yeah. But based on like the even the rough description though, that like I mean, he said he had brown hair, etc. I mean, this guy's hair is like it's kind of like more of like an auburny. You don't think it's like his son. You can't be sure, but he doesn't look super fit.
Okay. Well, we'll just hope for the best and not just go up to that guy and be like, "Hey, is this him?"
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Malzir, like he's like, yeah, please just bring him this way, and he leads you through the temple. And there's a small room that they use to prepare the dead for whatever rites when people pass on. Um, he's just like, lay him on the table. We'll we'll clean things up.
We were hoping that you might have an ability that our friend has. There's information we need from him if you're able to speak with him still. She cuts off their heads. I don't know if that's necessary or not.
Oh no, it's absolutely not necessary. I guess it's an effective way of carrying them around if you need more information later, but it's yeah, not necessary. No. Um, but yeah, no, yes. Um, I, I believe one of the brothers or sisters has speak with dead prepared at at all times. A moment, please. And he leaves, and he comes back with like a middle aged lady. Um, she's she's kind of like bulky. She's got like she's got some muscle to her, and she's like, all right, this is the guy. And he's like, yes, they would like you to perform Speak with Dead. All right, dope.
Oh, one moment. I'm going to go and find Shirat Komu first.
Okay.
Shirat, it's good to see you're okay.
Your friends definitely look like they can. Yeah, I'm glad I listened to you and followed you. I mean, the two of them, they're both.
They're very impressive.
They're very impressive.
We're trying to find information about your son. What's his name?
Kevin. Kevin Komu.
Yeah.
All right. I knew a Kevin before. All right. Just get some rest, and we'll let you know what we find.
All right. Is your friend all right? Were you able to help your friend?
Yeah, my friend is fine.
Excellent. All right. Great.
All right, then I go back into the room.
Okay. Just looking up. Speak with Zed really quick, just to. Yeah. So the way I've been playing the Speak with Zed, I mean, like, it's definitely just like it's about the questions. I've been kind of playing it like the show Pushing Daisies. So it's like anyone could really ask the questions if anyone wanted to like question him directly. So when you go back, I mean, she's like, "All right, you ready?"
We're ready.
All right, she does her little prayer thing, and then she just kind of pokes the corpse, which then just kind of like shivers and just like sits up a little bit. It's just like looks around.
Hello.
Hi.
We're trying to stop what killed you and turned you into a werewolf. But we need some information.
Well, that's two different things, isn't it? I mean, he killed me, but he's not what turned me into a werewolf. I'm listening.
Where can we find the person that killed you?
You can find him. He's probably out roaming the streets right now, knowing him. But I know what you're getting at. He'd be at Grasmere Manor.
What turned you into a werewolf? Or who?
He calls himself Morik here. I don't know if that's his real name, but that's definitely what he calls himself.
Morik?
Morik here.
Okay. Where can we find Morik here?
Again, he's probably running around the streets, but when he's not doing that, he hangs out at Grasmere Manor. Did I misunderstand the first question?
Well, he had said that the person who killed him and the person who turned him into a werewolf are different.
Yeah.
So I asked who killed him, and then I asked what turned him into a werewolf.
Oh.
And then where we could find that person or thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to listen to the playback, but I'm gonna say that like the first question was the one that got you the answer, Grasmere Manor, like the guy that turned him into a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Morik here, so that's the second question. So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, like your third question was already kind of answered. The way I'm seeing it. If you wanted to ask a different third question.
Okay.
Because I think
then.
Yeah, I think it's a misunderstanding between us as opposed to like I think Wim would understand. I'm guessing, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit a buzzer on that third question. Be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, our judges have determined that counts as a question."
Where is Kevin Komu?
Oh, Kevin? Yeah, no, he's probably out running the streets too right now. Yeah.
I look around at everybody else in the room.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
So let's see that. But no other questions you've got?
How many of your kind are there that are at the manor?
Right now, there's 7 of us, including Kevin. You know, just regular werewolves.
One more question.
If you killed Finn, that would probably make it 6.
We did.
So 6.
What is
Yes.
Morikir trying to do attacking people in the city?
He just likes it. He likes to kill. And every so often, I mean, he takes one of us with him. Like, you know, he'll make one of us just like a regular kind of werewolf to join in the you know, blood sport.
This Morikir guy sounds like a real jerk.
It does.
The lady cleric is just like, all right, I have to put him back down now, and she taps him again, and he just kind of like flops back down to the table.
I would ask anyone in the room, what the heck is the cure to... What is it called? Not vampirism, the other one. Yeah, lycanthropy.
I think we found one.
I'm hoping for one that keeps Kevin alive for his father.
Malzier says, remove curse would normally cure one of lycanthropy, but I'm pretty sure that a little over a month ago we captured one of the werewolves. Remove curse did not work. There seems to be something stronger than a regular curse on these people.
What about this Grasmere Manor? Do you know where it is and what it is?
Yes, I was disturbed when I heard that. Grasmere Manor is one of the older families of Fiannan. The family did well years and years ago before we became a more civilized nation with piracy. They've since done well in more legitimate enterprises, and they have a manor in the more well-to-do part of town. There's a family. There's Grasmere, his wife, and I believe they have 4 children. I'm not sure how old they are, but they're from early teens to their late 20s. I can in the morning I can ask around and see if anyone has like seen or heard from them lately. Um,
And if one of their sons' name is Morik.
Finn. Yeah, Morkir or Finn. I think that's what he also said, right?
Well, Finn is the werewolf that the other werewolf we killed.
Right. I'm just wondering if any of those normal werewolves are children or something.
no, their names were uh, the other son was Larry. The second son's name was Daryl.
Did they have another
And
son?
the other brother, Daryl.
No. um, they had a daughter, Darlene, and another daughter named Cindy. No, a son named Bobby was the youngest.
Was the youngest in curls?
Yes, he did have girls. Does have girls. I hope does. And the father, yeah, that was Daryl Grasmere. The second son was named after him, and the Mrs. Grasmere's name is I believe Jan. So I can definitely inquire if anyone has seen them of late.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
What do we think? Is this something we could investigate right now while they still don't know what happened to this one and that other one you dealt with?
Yeah, I feel like we need to. We can still stop by the salt bank and see if anything has happened. And then continue to search.
Sure.
Oh, Malzir,
Yes.
is there any object or thing in your temple that I can carry with me and return before we leave? That's not too important.
Um, what sort of what sort of thing are you?
Anything that just has been here for a while and kind of belongs. I want to be able to get back here quickly.
Um, yes, I'm sure I could find something. Yeah, absolutely.
Are we going to this manor tonight?
We ought to.
Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't work for me.
Why is that?
I have some business to conclude.
Is it more important than dealing with these werewolves?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay.
Besides, the werewolves will still be there tomorrow, yes.
I just don't feel like we can wait on this right now. what is your
So
business?
my werewolves seem to be emboldened by the sun or the moon, right? Wouldn't it be safer to go there during the day?
I just figure that if these two don't show back up to this place, then they're going to know something's up. So they're going to be ready for something, which might be worse than any emboldening.
Yes, well, I've set things in motion that are rather time sensitive.
Like what?
Again, I don't ask what you do when I'm not around.
Yeah, but what I do won't necessarily get you in trouble or in danger.
Oh, I assure you, no danger to anyone here.
I'll look to Lee and Win then and say, do you two think we can handle this? The three of us then. If Sarah Wynn is going to stay as she is for right now and Osborne has more pressing issues.
I mean, we can go and look, and if we get in danger, we can come back.
I guess that's why you're asking for that thing right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with going.
Well, what time of day? What time of night is it?
It is about 8:15, and I just whispered something to you.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I have a few hours I could spare for some werewolf killing, I suppose.
All right, let's go then. After I get my object.
Okay. He comes back with a small wooden case. He's like, there's nothing inside at the moment, but this has been in our storage room since before I got here. I've been here for 15 years now. Will this suffice?
It should. Can you show me the storage room so I also see it?
Yes. Yeah, so he leads you not too far off. Yeah, there's a room that's got just some crates and boxes, things that look like they've been neatly packed away. Um, there's a few shelves with linens and other sort of things. There's a broom.
Okay. Yep, that should be enough for me to be able to get back.
Okay. Yes, by all means.
Thank you. I'll keep the box safe and return it once we're done. And can you give us some more directions to the manor? I'd like to go check that now.
Yes, yeah, and he gives you pretty good directions. It's not too far, um, from as he's described from that toy shop. Um, it's near the center of town. He gives you a couple of landmarks, like there's a fountain, in the well-to-do area, and if you make a right at that fountain, it's the end of that street there. It's a fairly decent sized manor. It's 2 floors. It's not huge, but it's nice. It's a nice home. He gives you a pretty
Yep.
good description and pretty good directions.
Time to go then.
We're good.
Yep.
First, we need to know where this manor is.
We know where the manor is. He just told us.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
All right. Mount up.
All right. So you guys you get yourselves ready. You head out into the city. Yeah, it is definitely. It is quiet. Like as you're passing the sorts of places where people might gather, like other taverns or things. I mean, you hear like people talking from within. Nervous laughter, nervous singing. Definitely people's nerves are definitely frayed. But nobody seems to be on the streets. Heading close to the salt bank, like you can see like down like a couple of blocks, the guards are still out there. How long does that guardian last? It lasts a while, right?
8 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so that guardian is still out there, glowing away. Definitely making those guys feel much better about like what they're doing. You pass the toy shop, get to the fountain in the center of town, you make the right, and you can see, yeah, a couple blocks down, like at the end of the street. Yeah, sure enough, there is a manor house, and there are no lights on at the manor house. It is currently dark.
Well, I'll get on my broom and fly up
Mm-hmm.
and kind of get an overview of the entire area. Anything that stands out? Any open windows?
It has nice glass windows. Some of them are broken, none of them are open.
Wait, some of them are broken?
Yes.
Okay. I get a little closer to one of the broken windows and look in.
Mm-hmm. Second floor?
Yeah.
Right or the left?
Left.
Okay. Looking in the left window, which is definitely broken, it appears to be some sort of sitting room. There are two chairs. It looks like the room's been kind of beat up and something has like torn at the chairs. There's some rubbish on the floor.
Do I see like dust or cobwebs or anything? Let's see if this has been a while.
There are some cobwebs. They're not like dusty cobwebs, so it's like it's been at least a little bit. And there's a bit of dust. Like
Okay, I'll fly.
maybe about a month's worth.
Okay, I'll fly back then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Looks like the place at least hasn't been lived in by people that would clean for quite a while.
Did you
And
check
something
the
went through and
kennels?
ransacked. Hmm?
Did you check the kennels?
No.
Ah,
I just checked the outsides of the windows. Do we want to see if the door is open?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Unless you want to sneak us in one at a time through that window.
I mean, we can. Might as well just see if the door is open. Try the door first, and then if it's not, then we'll just fly up.
Okay. So there's the house. There's the door.
Yep. I'll walk up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and open it.
Mm-hmm. Big, nice double doors.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely notice. See, sometimes this thing works, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. Let me. What's your passive perception, real quick?
It's a huge 11, I think.
Okay, I mean that's good enough. Um, if it was like under 10, I'd be like, nah, maybe yeah. There are definitely claw marks on this door. Like they're not like it doesn't. It's not like super obvious. Like somebody has like been slashing at this door. It's not like something you'd notice from far off. But like coming right up to the door, yeah, there are definitely claw marks on the door.
Like on the outside of it, like they weren't clawing from inside, like someone was trying to get in here.
Yeah.
Okay. I am still going to try and open it, but I'm guessing it's going to be shut.
You can open it. Yeah, if you try to open it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm going to look for any traps that might be around inside, like right in front of the door and everything,
Sure.
or right inside the door.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I'm really good at those. Yeah.
There there are no visible traps of any sort.
Perfect.
You do notice that so this is like the main hall of like a large home. There's a grand staircase going up to a second floor. Um, the the room is like dirty. It's filthy. The rug is stained and torn in quite a few places.
So, question: you had mentioned like lights are out, but the scene is lit fairly well. Just want to make sure that's still the case. That it's dark.
It is dark, but you guys yeah. I mean, you guys have y'all have what do you call it?
Dark vision.
Yes. Oh, actually, I think there's lights on here too. I don't want no lights.
Yeah, there definitely are lights that are showing.
Ugh, yeah, no lights. Yeah, so there's no lights. Like, yeah, what you guys are seeing is like through your regular dark vision. I just noticed the flickering of the lights. Yeah.
I am going to step in through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for the rest of the group to show up.
And I'm gonna turn out some lights.
I think also global illumination is on.
It is, but I have it. What do you call it? I think I have it darked. So it's like
It's pretty light, bright out still.
wonder how much more I would need to dim the scene. Hang on. Let me see what happens if I dim the scene a little more.
I'm in a weird page.
Oh, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you're on a weird page?
I'm on a page with a picture of a dragon with a person fighting the dragon.
Oh, so Lee, you walk through the door.
Ding
There's
dang.
a dragon fighting a person. He's like, please, Lee, save me. Try refreshing. That is the.
That's a big dragon for such a. little
That's like
manor.
that's like one of the new Forge screens. I'm hoping they were having some issues earlier. I hope their issues aren't coming back. Everybody else is like sees the manor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh, let me try again. Oh.
Yeah, I was
And I'm
gonna be
back.
really pissed. Like when Forge broke, I was like, no, you do not fuck with my game tonight. Do not, do not. I suppose we could have theater of the minded it.
How high is the ceiling? Just like
25 feet. There's a large unlit chandelier in the center.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like so it goes up towards the second floor. Let me turn off some of the.
yeah, I'm definitely on my broom up in the air.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper to the bunch of elves and Eladrin and half-elves around me if they can hear anything.
Osborne stops singing and listens closely.
If all of you want to give me perception checks, and when you can see the you know what, let me just do it like this. Let's just move Win a little bit for a second. Oh my goodness, I can't grab. There we go. You're not in there. Hang on. There we go. So floating, or no, flying, like you can see, like there's if you can see yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you can see like the the stairs go up to these what would you call them?
Like balcony.
Yeah,
overlooks or
like
something.
yeah. And there's like a couple like there's a door over here, and there's like a little hallway over there. And I'm gonna bring
Okay.
it back down to the. I'm gonna try to bring you back down. There we go. Okay. All right. So all you listening, nothing but the rain. There's no sound in the house.
It's quiet. The wolf did say they're likely out prowling the streets. There are doors in the hallway up here, but do we just want to take one room at a time?
Yeah, that'd be for the best.
Do need to
Downstairs
probably
first?
turn off
Yeah,
the-
probably looking for a basement or something. I don't know.
Turn off the fog of war thing. There we go.
Osborne just immediately opens the door.
Yeah, there you go. We'll follow Osborne. He's brave and bold. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, Osborne, before you go too far into that room.
Yes.
All right, so this seems to be a very large dining room. Lots of chairs, tables. On the table, there is an awful lot of blood stains, and there are bones and pieces of meat on the table.
Are those candlesticks on the table as well?
Um, yeah, sure.
Are they silver?
They are.
They're going in my pack.
Okay. As you are taking the, give me a medicine check as you are taking the candlesticks off of the. A lot of the bones on the table definitely appear to be human.
Human or humanoid?
Humanoid.
All right.
Humanoid. Maybe not human, but definitely humanoid.
I'll point that out as I'm looting.
People. They definitely appear to be people, as opposed to boars and other things that
Right.
normal people eat.
Just like
He's
stuffing
just grabbing the.
Yep, stuffing a candelabra in my bag, being like, these bones look rather humanoid.
People-ish.
I rather suspect they've been eating people in here.
Yeah, you probably I would advise not taking the silverware in that case.
Why is that?
I mean, if you want silverware, you're just gonna sell it anyways.
Well, clearly, but why would you advise against taking it?
Silverware that's I don't know. I'd have something against eating with silverware that's been used on human flesh.
Well, I'm not taking the silverware. I'm taking the silver
That's why I'm
candelabra.
saying don't take the silverware.
Is there silverware to be taken?
If there is, don't.
I mean, they're werewolves. They don't expect.
He just wants the silverware for his animate objects.
I don't have that anymore.
Oh,
They're werewolves. They don't expect their, carving up their people with knives and forks.
Never know.
Yeah, there don't appear to be any knives and forks. Just the blood, the bones, and the candlesticks, the candelabras,
Which are
candle
not there.
holders, which are not there anymore.
I think I found some stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs.
Yeah, so this appears to be some sort of kitchen. There is rotting food on the tables. The oven here is definitely cold. Lee, standing where you are in the hallway, there is definitely some blood leaking out from the bottom of this door.
Guys, I see blood. And she'll point to the door.
The red rim.
So.
Is it fresh? It's leaking, so I'm assuming.
It's not currently leaking. It has leaked. Yeah, no, it's not fresh. It's definitely dry. As you get closer, I mean, it's been here for a while. I mean, you can't really see, because I didn't put bodies in here, but there are bodies in here. So there are the bodies of two older folk. They appear to be in their like you know, early 60s. Um, they have definitely been torn apart and mostly eaten. This appears to be servants' quarters.
We will say a quick prayer for them. Should I close the door?
Well, might as well see if they had any valuables. They won't be needing.
That's
Yeah, maybe you should close the door.
close the door.
You have no problem with taking heads, but taking coins off the debt—that's where the line is.
I mean, the head was going to help find his murderer, and it like he has,
Those coins could help a number of things.
including you.
If
Primarily,
you'd
me.
like to root them, you can. I just don't want to do it. So I don't want to say it.
I'm just saying that there might be something else in the room that could be useful. I'm just gonna have a quick look around.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything useful. There are beds that have been like stained with like blood and viscera, like dried up viscera on the beds. Um, there is a wardrobe over here that appears to have been opened up and like rifled through. There's some clothes on the floor. They definitely appear to be servants type clothes.
Gotcha. Okay. Quick check of the mattress. There's no like stashes of money sewn into them or anything.
Give me an investigation check. Nope.
No clothes.
Nothing stuffed into the mattresses.
All right. Should we investigate the kitchen a bit? There were some stairs in there.
Did they go up or down?
Down, I believe.
I think that'd be good to check out.
Plus, there was another door in here.
Pantry.
Here's that way. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about these things before.
No, it. Excuse me. It is definitely a pantry. Nothing of value anymore. It's like so. Any of the other foodstuffs and things seem to have been like either taken out of here, or there's just a big mess of like food and foodstuffs on the floor, things of that nature.
Do you want me to look down the stairs and see if it's safe before everyone just planks down them in their heavy armor?
Do you want to sneak down there first to see if there's something down there?
I do. I enjoy sneaking. Oh. Oh my.
So you go down the basement stairs, and definitely it's a basement. There's all sorts of crates, all sorts of like supplies and things. It looks like everything has been opened and torn through. It's like nothing is like really whole.
I'll stage with her back up the stairs. There's doors down here. I do want to look around for like traps before I get too terribly far into here.
All right, sure, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Ugh,
There don't appear to be any sort of traps.
totally safe. I'll just kind of hang out and see if anyone else comes down the stairs.
I'll join. Whoa, nice.
I'll come down.
Yeah, clank,
same.
clonk down.
More of the same. To you, Osmore, in that other room. It's just like, a lot of, mostly barrels and stuff. Oh, give me a second. But you're running around too fast, man.
Wait, why did I not have a token?
Oh, you're don't you have a token?
It moved me here, but I don't see a token for me.
Oh, I don't see you.
Like, it moved me when someone else moved in, so it was really weird.
That is weird. Okay, let me
There I am.
There you are. Okay. Okay. Osmore, when you open this this here,
Mm-hmm.
there are. Oh, come on. Where's my people? My peeps at? Where are my peeps at?
Oh, there's peeps in here?
Yeah.
Oh, those peeps look horrible. They can stay.
There are 3 people. They appear to they're just laying there. They're unconscious or dead, maybe, but their tummies are moving. They're just laying there. They're laying there in this one cell. There seems to be another cell on the other side. There's nobody in there. These people definitely look like they have been beaten up. They don't look good.
Do they look bitten?
You give me a medicine check to see if you notice any bites from a distance. From a distance. You definitely do not see any obvious bites. There is some blood on their clothing, but it's not a lot of blood. It's not like it's more from just what appears to be just like minor cuts, scrapes, and bloody nose kind of things.
All right. I'm going to come back out
Uh-huh.
and say, look, there are people in a prison cell, and I don't think we should let them out yet because they might make a lot of noise. And there appears to be some sort of cavern that may be something along the lines of a werewolf's den. So let's just leave the people in the cage for the time being, shall we?
Do we want to go into the cavern, though?
I feel like we probably should if we're looking for werewolves. If I was a werewolf, that's where I'd go.
So we have to go past them anyways.
Yeah, the cells are definitely locked.
Well, how do I... Oh, I bet is it in my inventory? Yeah. Is it still locked? With the thieves' tools roll.
Yeah, no, it is. You have unlocked it. As you unlock it, there's a voice from behind you. One of these people has woken up. Please, oh please, help us.
I'm going to quickly try and calm them down and for them to be quiet, and that we're going to get them out soon. But try and
I'll
just keep them calm.
pass some food and water through the bars to them. Like, just stay quiet. Rest
You
easy for.
understand that they're monsters.
Yes, they're monsters. Lucky for you, we're monster hunters. So, just, just stay here. Stay quiet for a moment, please. Enjoy the food and beverage.
Oh, please let us out.
We will, just not at the moment. Can I persuade them to like stop making noise?
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Like, it's imperative they not know we're coming. It's still a 16.
It's still a 16, but they're like, oh, please just let us out. If they come back and they find that you're here, I mean, they'll kill us.
If you keep making noise, I will kill you. Oh, that was investigation. I meant to do intimidation. Sorry. That's still not that great.
I'm kind of annoyed at Osborne that he says that. So I'll look at the three people and say, we'll open this up, but you must answer our questions about what's going on here, please.
What is it you want to know? The other two are still like unconscious, but yeah, she's like,
okay. Do you know about this Morik here?
He's the big one. He's some sort of werewolf or something. I don't know, but he's immense.
Do you know where he is? If he's down that passage, point towards the cavern thing.
I don't think so. I think I would have woken up if he had come through, but they went out hunting.
Is he a werewolf or is he immense? And what is immense?
He's large. He's very big. He's a big werewolf. You said you were going to kill me if I wasn't quiet. I don't like you.
Not immense, immense. I understand.
Do you know if any of them are still in this house?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've been in this cage for 2 weeks now.
I'll open the door to the cage.
It is locked.
Osborne, I'll pay you money if you open this for us.
I think it's a terrible idea. What are we going to do? Walk them out?
Why not? If there's no one here.
I suspect that there is something here.
I'm going to use that sending stone that Mal's here gave and tell him we found prisoners trapped in the manor. Can you or some of your people come here to bring them back to the temple?
Yeah, he responds like he's just like, yes, I'll send Hilda and two others of my two of our strongest priests. We'll hurry. We'll be too soon.
All right, I'll
Is it
relay
worth
that
having them
info.
bring guards as well, or do you think the guards would get in the way?
I just think we should give these prisoners to them, and then they go back to the temple, and then we continue on.
Okay.
I feel at this point, unless they were setting up the mother of all ambushes, something would have come at us. Especially if we're getting their prisoners from them.
So yeah, you unlock the Osborne. You are able to unlock that door. It's not a very difficult lock.
Give a very exasperated sigh as I swing it open. Go on then. Hurry along.
She's looking at the other two, and she's like, I don't want to leave them.
And I'll go in there and I'll do a little lay on hands on each of them. First, I'll ask her though before I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if any of you have been infected?
I haven't been bit yet. I haven't seen them. These two have. I don't think they've been bitten.
I'll check to make sure.
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
I'm also good at those. Uh-huh.
I mean, they don't appear to have been bitten. I mean, there's no obvious like bite marks. Even with a 3, I mean, there's no obvious bites. They do start to rouse between the noise of just like talking and like you laying hands on them. They begin to wake up, and they both wake up with a start. They're ah!
And try and calm them down again and tell them that help's on the way. And we're here to help them.
All right. So, what should we?
Come with me, and I'll try and start leading them upstairs.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They
I'll go with
nervously.
help them with that.
Okay. Yep. They nervously follow you guys up the stairs. You don't actually need to walk them out.
Okay.
But yeah, you walk them up the stairs. And that one cleric that cast that speak with dead. As you guys like get up there and like lead them out of the house, she comes. She's hurrying along. She's definitely been like hauling ass a little. She's looking around like like making sure she's not about to get jumped. She's got 2 other like pretty strong looking like clerical types with her. Clerical, but I don't mean like like typists. But she's like, "Is this them?"
Yes. And then I'll say to her pretty quietly,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any bite marks on them, but based on what your leader said about remove curse not working, I'd still be careful if that's not how this Moricure has been infecting them.
Yes, but if we kill Morikir, don't they all turn back, or is that vampires?
What if there's somebody above Moricure, bro? Oh, frick. I just tell her that, like, hey, be careful, because just keep these guys under watch for sure.
Will do. And yeah, she gathers them up, and she's like, she tells the other like clerics with her, she's just like alpha formation or whatever, and like they start like guiding them down the street. They've got like they've got warhammers and maces, and like one of them's got like a big stick with a glaive. She's got a glaive, not as cool as Edie's glaive, Lee's glaive, but she's got a glaive, and yeah, they lead them.
Oh my gosh.
They lead them away.
Glaive bros. Give each other a respectable nod. I see your glaive is as big as mine. And
Fancier.
big elf glaive. When we get back into the house, I'm going to start closing the doors all behind us
Sure. Okay. Yep.
as we go down and meet back with these guys.
Okay. Yeah, so you get back down. You've been closing doors along the way.
Shall we continue on then? Things are all good up there.
Okay. So this is definitely a very old, very rough cut, like cavern. There's stone steps leading down. There is a pool of water here. It seems like it's just mostly just like, seeping out of the walls.
I would like to kind of sneak around
Go
this
to
corner
the
here.
door first. There you go. Oh, where'd you go? I think we're both trying to move you at the same time. But hang on a second. Let me. Okay, there we go. I'll bring you down
It
to
did
meet
the
the rest
thing
of them.
again. That's super weird. Let me refresh my page.
Okay, so this room is lit. There are rough, not fancy chandeliers, but like just rough chandeliers, like on the ceiling with like lamps hanging down from them. At the end of this larger cavern, there is definitely a large dais, and there is a very large direwolf skull on what appears to be an altar.
I would like to inspect that skull for a moment.
Sure.
Is there anything unusual about it?
Give me an investigation check. It is very old. It appears to be very old. Anyway. Still giving you trouble? I think we're going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it keeps doing it.
Yeah. There appear to be very faint, but like arcane markings in the like engraved in it. It looks like very not very deep, very faint, but like you can definitely make them out.
Well, when Sarah and Wayne
I really like where this is going. Moo hoo ha ha ha. As you go to touch the skull, and this has nothing to do with you touching the skull. You guys can faintly hear, all of you, those of you who are closer to the stairs, a little louder, hear it a little louder than Osborne. There are a number of howls coming from upstairs and outside. Definitely wolf-like howls, and it's scary. Or I mean, it could be scary. It's up to you guys whether or not how scared you are. But Yeah, a lot of howls, and that's where we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it on that cliffhanger there.
Spooky times.
Yep.
Indeed.
Oh man, this is like better than the bank heist. I like where this went. I mean, I was just like, I don't want to do the bank thing without Kat here. Really quick, like I'll throw together like a little side plot just to keep them busy until like until we're all together. And wow, I like this better than the. I mean, the bank's still gonna be dope, but
There's some mystery, some investigation. We rescued some people, maybe. It's great. We're doing good work, you guys.
yeah,
Especially that Osborne guy.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. Freeing prisoners.
He's a man of the people.
Oh wow. Okay, cool, guys. Thank you so much. This was
thank you.
definitely
Thank
a
you,
lot of
man.
fun. This is a good one.
Yeah.
I like this one. For the people at home, I'm going to stop the stream in a second. Everyone else can hang out as long as they want. I'll still be on for a little bit. But yeah, so that was this, and thanks for watching if you were watching. I don't know if anyone has anything they want to plug. I mean, anything. Go to a Renaissance fair, whatever.
Stay in school, kids.
There you go. We will be back with this in 2 weeks. This Tuesday at twitch.tv/as told by dice. We've got that Lost Mists of Fandelver thing, so come check that out if you're so inclined. And on Friday here, we're going to be continuing the Rime of the Frost Maiden, and that's going to be dope as well. And yeah, so come. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So is the Ed Told by Dice thing. They're both at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and have a good night.
Night, people.